Greetings, Umbra Witches. Welcome back to more Bayonetta 2. In the last episode, we entered the ancient civilization, and now, in this part, we're going to head to, well, we're just going to continue on with the ancient civilization. I also find it weird that if you actually look at the menu, it actually shows hands and feet drawings. I didn't know that. That's like the first time I think I ever have actually seen that. Did they do that in Bayonetta 1, I wonder? I'm not entirely sure. But anyways, in the next half of the ancient civilization, you're just fighting. You're just essentially doing the same thing. Which I won't really lie. There are some different things that will happen. But this kind of gets a little samey a bit. But that's the staple of a lot of hack and slash, where at least one point or another, there will be a same gimmick that you will constantly be doing. Other than that, though, it's relatively a-okay. Unless, you know, you're not a big fan of repetitiveness. I don't blame you, because repetitiveness is for the weak.
Slow down, will ya?
No. Where would I slow down, Loki? Oh, great. We got more of these butt hounds and these regular mook demons. Which one of them ends up throwing? I actually like this. A massive, it just drills down. It just literally goes right through it. Alright. So essentially this is all I'm doing for this rest of the chapter until I actually can figure out something else to come with. Bayonetta 2, overall, for the most part, its combat has gotten a little bit different. But what I'm kind of hoping for what they bring to the table for 3 is that, you know, a story that people don't have to cringe about. Well, then again, a lot of it. Well, no. I'm not gonna say that, because this story, it's not cringy, not in the least. It does have its problems in the end, but other than that, everything else is pretty a-okay. I will say this, that there is only one trope of a video game that I don't like, and you guys will know what trope that is when we get to the ending. But until then, you don't want to go through that portal, because if you actually go through that portal, you'll miss a verse, which, please, like, why would they put a hidden verse behind a portal? Because that makes total sense. And who on earth will even have the knowledge? You see, the thing is, in old generations, and yes, I'm going to go ahead and use that terminology, old generation gamers will know to go ahead and look behind the waterfall. Younger gamers, well, one of the real questions is, why are you playing this game? That's the real question. You are a young age, young sir. This is a rated M game. Even though back then they were a bit limited on people who can play old, mature games. Like, hell, back then, game stores, when you bought a mature game, they didn't really care. I played freaking Grand Theft Auto Vice City and Grand Theft Auto 3 when I was like, what, the age of friggin' 14? Well, no, not even 14. I think it was like 12 or 13 or something. And I didn't become influenced by the massive cursing. Sort of, even though, depending on the mindset gets very, very into the cursing aspect, where they start cursing at their family members and cursing at people and all that other stuff. And I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. I should probably talk about the game. Anyways, in this section, we're just fighting these two enemies, these angelic enemies that we've already fought already. And I can showcase what happens when you ride on this guy. He actually does a really good job, even though he's only doing so little damage to this guy. But whatever. Kabushki! And goodbye. You, sir, are a loser. And you are dead. Was it really a nice workout? To be perfectly honest, I almost felt like that didn't do anything. Okay. Well, I will also say this. This is a little bit lazy because we're essentially in an area that we've already been in, except the difference is that we're going backwards and not forward. Uh, I mean, we technically know what Loki is at this point. He's the remembrance of time. So he essentially has the capabilities of taking us to like past and presents and stuff. So it's something that is brought up and that it is mentioned. So, you know, it's nice for them to use it in the video game. But it kind of ends up giving the designer to just reuse assets. Mind you, this place never was underwater. So I guess that's different. Also, I cut there, obviously, because I was looking. I spent a good minute trying to look for the Methalith portal. And this is one of the not many few. Well, we've seen this before, but it wasn't as annoying. But it gets a little bit more annoying as the enemies that you start to face. This one, you're fighting the same angelic enemies. But the problem is, that big one that you see over there, he's going to always get the way of hitting the platform and taking it down. Now, I will ask people, how am I supposed to do this without really having much trouble? Because I know just having the Raven helps me stay airborne. This is stupid. I do not like this trial. As much as I don't like the keep the combo going trial and, you know, the other trial thing, I don't like this one. Because this is what's going to happen. I get to this point and I managed to kill the enemy just in time before I hit the ground. I thought I was going to lose. And if I would have lost, I would have been sad. And I would have been like, oh, God. I think that the best way you could probably do that, and I got myself a silver, obviously, because the combo sucks. I mean, you're using the bow, for Pete's sake. There is probably a way that... Oh, wait. I'm dumb. There is a way to be able to complete... I could have completed that easily. Why didn't I use my stupid, dumb counterclockwise spin move that I always constantly use like an idiot? I'm an idiot. I really should have just did that. Because the thing about that spin attack is that it stuns some enemies. And by some, meaning it only stuns the ones without a health bar. At least to my knowledge, I think it also stuns certain medium enemies too. So, I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Anyways, cut him up like bitcheroni. Mines. Why is there angelic mines? I don't understand that. Your angelic mines don't make any sense to you, sir, and you are going to die. Alright, you know what? It's time to hit you with a hammer. That's right. You just got hammer timed. An obvious joke is obvious. And we break this Remembrance of Time thing, shard, and we go about our business. Now here I read, because I'm using a guide to find all these stupid portals. I read a guide that ends up saying that after you've done this, it will be right in plain sight. What it means is that when you go through the portal itself, it will be right in plain sight, not the other way around. So I fumble around trying to look for it. Luckily enough, you guys don't have to see that. I can tell you that I did that because obviously you guys have to know the screw-ups that I do in this game. So then I cut again because I fumble around after getting that heart, and then we just go through the portal. And if we look over to our... There we go. There it was right there. As usual, as I said before, I cut out the loading times because it's just dead air at that point. And this one is... What's this one? Defeat all enemies using a single... Oh, my favorite one. Alright, you know what that means? Spin! 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 Because it's very effective, I swear. And it ranks up combos like nothing else. The only way your combo gets disrupted, and I actually understand it now. It says defeat all enemies using a single combo. So essentially, all the enemies that you're fighting, so say you're fighting a different enemy, you have to be sure to kill it in one combo. That's what it means. I actually now understood what it meant. At first, I didn't understand what that meant, because as of right now, this is a new enemy, and I'm still, technically, this spin attack counts as a combo, even though you're just doing the same thing. But whatever. I'm just, hey, whatever gets me results. This is really all I care about. That's all I really care about. I don't care about anything else. Hey, still gives me a pure platinum anyways. I mean, seriously. Oh, man. Don't rely on that too much, though. Luckily enough, we're actually almost done with these methods. I really hope we are, because I can't stand these things. These portal things I just don't like. They test your skill, and they want you to be good at the game, which I'm not good at, I admit. Also, this area almost looks almost familiar, like an old area that we visited in Bayonetta 1, sort of. I mean, it's probably not. I don't really remember. I mean, it probably is, it probably not. Who knows? Anyways, time for the golem to attack us, and he seems pissed. Now, I actually do something very stupid here. I thought you were supposed to attack him, but I forgot I had the hammer, so I fell to my doom. Luckily enough, Bayonetta 2 is forgiving when it comes to bottomless pits. So if you fall, you will take damage if you're in battle, but you won't take damage if you're not in battle. So what you're actually supposed to do to get the pure platinum for this guy is you're actually supposed to not hit him. Like, here's the score results. You're not supposed to hit him. That's it. You're just supposed to... I thought you were supposed to hit him, but no. Turns out it's not. Anyways, back to this Inferno wonderful enemy again. As I said before, most of the Inferno enemies are all just redesigns of the angelic form. Like, this guy is literally just like those guys with the big giant fists. Except instead of big giant fists, obviously, this guy has a buzzsaw. 'Cause reasons. I don't get it. I already forgot the names of these guys already. You know, that's probably one thing that not many people are expertise on. Kudos to people who can ever remember enemy names off the back of their hands, because it really depends. Like, if it's a very simplistic enemy like Meat Tools, Poppy Bros, Scarfies, Octoroks, Mooblins, Bokoblins or Bokoblins, I don't friggin' know. Listen, if it's what that debate is gonna be true once we actually hear the translation of BOTW. Anywho, and me ranting over nonsense, pointless crap. No, it wasn't. You didn't even do anything. All you did was throw your little Yu-Gi-Oh cards at it and say, "You activated my trap card," and did nothing else. Anyways, I'm also assuming that in this place here is probably where you get the last CD. I could be totally wrong. Somebody can go ahead and correct me in the comment section, and I'll take your advice. Just don't be a dick about it, please. I'm very fragile to comments. No, I'm kidding. I'm actually really not. If I was fragile for comments, then I shouldn't be doing this. We can all take criticism, and sometimes it can be very hard for us. When we take criticism in our very games that we love to play, we're bound to be called upon of our bullshit. It is what it is. What can you do? Like, seriously, what can you do? No matter what game it is, somebody is always bound to say something. And hell, we're no exception. We do the same thing. Mind you, we're not loud about it. I don't know. What does that say? It's like, does it say you're a pussy if you're not loud about it? Does that say that you have no balls? I think being a pussy and having no balls is literally the same thing. Yeah, redundancy is fine when it comes to a person who basically can know no comprehension of English. And also uses words wrong. That's why I hate doing. That's kind of my only pet peeve of doing RPGs, is that I always screw up on very simplistic words. That's why I can't wait to do RPGs with speaking. That way I don't have to say anything. You guys can just listen to voice acting. Yeah, that's pretty much with it. That's exactly my excuse, guys. Leave me alone. I have my own issues. I am not a professional here. I am also not a genius. I am a normal average Joe. But I know dynamic entry. Gotta do that every time we kick that crystal. And that just ends the chapter just right there. It's a very, very odd way to end the chapter, I have to admit. But I'm just going to ignore it because that was a... No, honestly, I actually don't like Chapter 8. Chapter 8 is... Yeah, nothing happened. That's my problem. I mean, that's its problem. Nothing happened. So it's basically... Oh. And I love how they now give us the demonic currency, even though we've been collecting that since, like, the last chapter. But I'm just going to ignore it because... this game is good. Now, you guys are wondering, will I ever do the verse cards? Maybe if a certain lightning bolt man wants to help me, maybe I will. Anyways, guys, in the next episode, we're going to the Gates of Hell. I've been CCX, so we see you guys next time. Laters.